Hi Taurus, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your September 2022 full moon reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will be listed in the description box below. Now before we begin this reading, I want to thank each and every one of you for your prayers, for your healing energies, for your well wishes, for your donations for Padme. It is with a heavy heart that I say that she unfortunately has passed. But thank you all so much. My mom is doing a lot better, but she is just heartbroken. So, well, heartbroken's not a good word, right? She's just really quite upset, as are we all. Okay, so thank you all so much. So now let's clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So this full moon is a harvest moon, which means that it is the full moon that happens near the fall equinox. And what's really cool about this moon is that it rises at nearly the same time around sunset, nearly every day, right? That it's out. So it gives the farmers more time to work by. That's why it was called the harvest moon, to bring in the harvest before the frost comes. Now this full moon is in Pisces, and it's also really interesting because this harvest full moon happens on the 9th, but happens on the 9th at night, right? When we are going to sleep. But it actually happens at, 5:59 or 6 in the morning on the 10th of September. So this is actually right during the time when Mercury retrograde begins. And it's Mercury retrograde is from September 9th to October 1st. So this harvest moon, which brings forward and illuminates so much so that we can get done what we need to get done, and is in Pisces, that brings our dreams to the forefront of everything. Our dreams have greater meaning. We have greater connection with what we deeply want, what we've dreamt of, right? Now it is also linked with the Mercury retrograde, which for me, I always see Mercury retrograde as a time where, yes, communications get jumbled, but things get jumbled in a way that we start to see things that we had wanted to push under the rug, that we hadn't wanted to face, or we hadn't wanted to look at. And so things start coming to the forefront more and more and more that need to be at the forefront. So this is a very powerful time, and this is a very powerful moon. So let's see the energy that we need to be mindful of during this time, Taurus. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels. Oh, interesting. We have two right here. We have the 9 of Wands, and we have the 2 of Wands. So the 9 of Wands is, there's been a battle that we have been going through. There's been a sense of feeling attacked, overwhelmed, battered, bruised. It's almost like everything's been coming at us. But a new door is opening. We have to be mindful of how we're moving forward, of what we want, because we are so battered and bruised, and we are so overwhelmed at times that we can see any opening, any new opportunity coming our way as, yes, that's exactly where I need to be, or that's exactly what I need to take. So just step back a little bit and think it through, because in the moment, new job opportunities, meeting new people, we can think, oh yes, that's going to be perfect. Think it through. Think it through, because we're really ready for a change, and the universe knows it. We know it. We can feel it in our bones. So we just need to be mindful that we're embracing the right change for us, and just not something different to be different. It's kind of like when you cut bangs or, change up your hair like that. And in the moment, it's just like, oh, I just need this change. It's going to be great. And then you look in the mirror and you're like, wow, okay, I regret that. So just be very mindful. Yeah, I would actually suggest that's so funny because Spirit is saying it would be better to get a haircut or to do something like that than to than to take somebody else's word that what they have to offer you is going to be exactly what you need, right? You're going to need something that changes you more for yourself, more for what you need and what you desire than for other people. So just be aware of that. Let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Wow. A lot of 10s. So 10 is a number of change. So we have a lot of change coming forward. And we need that. We had the 9 of Wands. We have been in a very human time. And what that means is that things have been very raw and things have been very real. Maybe more raw and more real than we have wanted them to be, which is completely understandable. We are crowned right here, right now, with love, with the 10 of Cups. And the 10 of Cups is, and they all live happily ever after. Now, the happily ever after to our stories, they're all going to be different. What makes me happy is not going to be what makes you happy. So we have to look at our happiness and embrace what we really love, what we really want, and not be living for other people's expectations. There's a sense around us that we want this change, and there's also a sense around us that we want to prove ourselves to others. You don't need to prove yourself to anyone else. You need to live in your happiness. You're not living anybody else's life, you're living yours. And this is going to be a really powerful time where you're connecting with your dreams, where things are coming forward, where people are saying things. They're like, oh, I misspoke, or oh, you didn't hear me correctly. And you're like, oh, that's bull. That is absolute bull. I know what I need. I know what's going on here. I know how I need to move forward. So there's going to be an energy here that's very much saying to you, embrace what you love. Embrace what brings you happiness and joy. Embrace peace. Because that is also going to be something that, as everything has been changing, we can feel further away from. It's like our peace was taken from us. Our happiness, our joy, our serenity at times feels robbed away. And Spirit's saying here, embrace your heart, embrace what you love, know that things are changing. You're going through murky times, or there's hard roads, because we have we have the 10 of Swords. And the 10 of Swords is the hard roads. It's the rising out of the darkness. It's the wisdom that has been obtained through blood, sweat, and tears. Now the world is changing. We're entering into a new season. We're coming close to the fall equinox, which I believe is on either the 21st, the 22nd, something like that. So there's a sense here of, I need to move towards change. And things are changing. Things are changing seasonally, so we can see it externally, but things are also changing within us internally. What was once so crucial, so important, it doesn't hold the same value. We're rising out of the darkness with greater knowledge than we had before. Know that things are changing, and know that we want a change. But Spirit is really saying here, do a change for yourself. Cut your hair, buy a backpack or a handbag or something like that if you can, or take a walk on a different route. Do something for you that changes things up, that is small. And then build off of that. Build off of what you're finding that's making you happy. Not connecting with anybody else, or not, doing things for anybody else, but saying, but this is what brings me happiness. This is what brings me joy. This is who I need to be. And as this moves forward, the 6 of Swords comes in, and we're taking our knowledge, we're taking what we need, and we're going to find that we're having a new path coming forward for us. We're going over emotions that made us feel like, I can't do this, I can't move this way, or I can't go this way, or I didn't want this. And now, because the knowledge is guiding us, yes, we're still sailing those emotions. We're still looking at a lot of things that have held us back in the past. And we're starting to say, no, I'm moving towards where I need to be now and what I need to be for me. This is a time, Taurus, of tremendous transformation. This is a time of doors opening, but we need to make sure that the doors are opening for us and that they're not opening and we're working through them for somebody else or to fulfill somebody else's expectations. Our subconscious message for the tarot reading is the Six of Cups. I love it. It's just the repeat of the number 10, transformation number, the number 6. That's the nurturing number. And so here we have the Six of Cups. This is a time of growth. This is a time of cycles and understanding and growing into where we need to be, what we need to be, who we need to be for us. The Ten of Cups can also tell us we'll be astoundingly nostalgic. And that can be a beautiful thing, but that can also be something that we need to be wary of living in the past, because it might have been a happier time or an easier time. With the Six of Cups, this is a time of transformation and growth. We see this throughout the cards. We need to embrace our heart and what we love. We need to really look at what we desire and what makes us smile and who we are, not what others want us to be. I almost see as if you were doing things a certain way, Taurus. And, it was like living up to other people's expectations, or this is what's supposed to be. And now you're sitting there saying, but this is who I am. And this is who I need to be. This is what I need to be. So really, this is a time of tremendous change, and you can feel astoundingly vulnerable. The words, because of the Mercury retrograde that we're entering into during this moon, words are going to have profound meanings. They always have profound meanings for you anyway. Be mindful of being overly sensitive, but also be mindful of the messages that are coming your way. So I know that sounds like a contradiction. Don't be too sensitive, but also be sensitive to the words around you so you hear the messages. What Spirit is saying is walk away from the toxicity. Walk away from people who are not building you up. It is time to embrace what you love. It's time to embrace joy. We have a very short time on this earth, and we never know when we're going to be called home. So here is a time where we need to embrace our hearts. We need to say, what do I love? What do I need? What is right for me? And then we need to start with all the knowledge that we have, with all the wisdom that we have. We need to start embracing that path, embracing a new road, and really diving into our emotions, really diving into what our hearts have been longing for. The Pisces moon is very powerful for us. Now we can have Pisces in our chart, or just even a Pisces in our lives that is kind of leading us in one way, having us look at things differently. Don't live in the past. It'll be very easy to look at all our mistakes and all the things that we wish we could have done differently and say, oh, I should have known better. You're doing the best that you can. You're being human along the way, so be kind to yourself. Let's see what the moon has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Ooh, goodness. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. So what's interesting is that the answers you need are coming. The Ten of Cups, as you embrace what you love, as you embrace who you are, as you even embrace the questions of what you love and who you are and where it is that you want to be. The full moon in Gemini says here, the answers you need are coming. So this is going to be a time where you could be embracing the Gemini side of your personality, of your chart, if you have it within you, but also just a time of questioning, of diving deeper into words, of looking at things in a new way, and kind of being a little bit playful with it, Taurus. It doesn't have to be so black and white, white page, black print, so structured. Let things be a little bit more organic, a little bit more messy. It'll be okay. Not like, it has to be messy and complicated, that type of messy. Kind of like, messy, like let yourself finger paint. Let yourself walk outside without shoes on and walk in the mud. Like, let yourself be and let yourself connect. And laugh like a little kid. This is time to release a lot of the hurt that we have had for so long within us. It moves us to wisdom. The Wheel of Fortune, things are changing. We feel it. We feel that change coming. Everything has changed. Let us move forward in that wisdom. Let us move forward in the wisdom of change, knowing that every emotion, every heartbreak, every joy, every blessing, it all has its season. Let us honor those seasons. Let us start honoring ourselves. It brings us to boundaries. We need them. We need them. With the people who have betrayed us, with the expectations that haven't been met, we need to have clear boundaries for ourselves and for those around us. It'll help everyone. And then we need to have patience as we're guiding forward, as things change, as we embrace our emotions and we look at things differently and uniquely and powerfully for us. We need to look at things differently. We need to have patience with the road that we're on. We want it all yesterday. That's so human of us. And though we have this very human time, we are also needing to be astoundingly kind to us. We are stronger than we realize, braver than we knew. Have patience as you're creating your masterpiece, as you're living your life. Sometimes it is heartbreaking, and sometimes it is beautiful, and sometimes it is everything in between. But know that you are moving forward. And know that you are being watched after. Our subconscious Luna message is change, and the full moon in Taurus coming forward. What your dreams need a practical plan. As your world is changing, as the tens come forward and bring forward this powerful change. Your dreams need a practical plan. You need to start building your dreams, moving them forward in practicality. Not in other people's time, but in yours. Not for what others want, but for what you want. This is going to be a time where you're going to be seeing things so differently. This is a time of change. This is a time of power. This is a time of things being different. And you need to embrace that with your practical, down-to-earth, steady, beautiful, creative, luxurious way. And say, how do I need my world to change? And how do I want my world to change for me? And how do I embrace this change so that it works for me? Our subconscious energy to be mindful of is the Queen of Wands, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We need to be mindful of burning too bright. And not saying that we shouldn't let ourselves shine, but it's saying burning the candle at both ends. Saying I need to create more and more and more. And not seeing what we have done. Not taking credit for what we have created and honoring it. So be mindful. We also need to be mindful of pushing too hard at work, okay? Yeah, putting too much of ourselves into everything that we do. And yes, that gives it our unique spark, but it also drains us a little bit. If we're not recharging, we're going to be depleting ourselves. And that's not going to be healthy for us. So just be very mindful, because there's somebody in the background pushing you harder and harder and harder. And it's like, no, I need to walk gently. I need to walk calmly. I need to walk purposefully in my world. And that's what I need to do. All right, Taurus, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. I want to thank you all again for your prayers, your healing energy, your well wishes, your donations. You guys truly are amazing. So let's clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Taurus, and may you have a blessed moon.